Today, we've got a blast from the past. It's a clip from 2007. Yes, you're about to see what TSO looked like 13 years ago. It's Howard Shelley and the TSO performing in Government House, Hobart. But before we get to the clip, we have an excerpt from a recent interview conducted via Zoom with Howard, who is currently living under lockdown in London.
Howard, wonderful to see you. Amazing, we're connecting for the first time via all this technology. Obvious question, how are you, where are you, and what are you doing in this very unusual time of coronavirus? How are you keeping busy?
I'm at home in London, where I have to be very careful. We're self-isolating, my wife and I, because she had pneumonia. Actually, she was in hospital in the early stages of this coronavirus outbreak. So I have to be careful not to bring anything home to her. But as a pianist, I've always got masses of notes to learn, and I was supposed to be recording in the next month a couple of different recordings. So I'm going ahead with learning those notes because these orchestras may be able to start recording again before they can go into the concert hall, you know. And I'm also editing the works like I always do for the recordings I do down in Tasmania. And I was lucky that I managed to get through most of my concerts before the crackdown happened. I missed a concert in Milan because that had just broken out then. Fortunately, I didn't go there. That could have been very tricky. Mm-hmm. But no, we're safe in London, thanks, Simon. But I'm going to be missing coming to Tassie for the first time in 35 years.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that question. It is very symbolic in a way, isn't it? It is literally the first time in 35, 36 years that you won't be coming to Tasmania, and you would have been coming to Tasmania. And in fact, we would have been celebrating your 70th birthday, so happy birthday for this year. And of course, we had a couple of wonderful things planned. But yeah, it's really symbolic that you can't come for all those reasons.
No. Normally I come hell or high water, but this is worse than hell or high water, it would seem. So yeah, but I send my best wishes to you all and hope that Tasmania will at least suffer less than some of the bigger land masses. As
you know, we're doing a lot of Daily Dose on our website at the moment, and one of the things that we're planning to run is we're going to do a profile on a performance you did back in 2007 when we were recording the Hiller Concerto for Hyperion. And so I thought it was a really good chance to talk a little bit about recording in general here at the TSO with you, which pretty much spans the majority of the time that you've been coming to the TSO, but particularly in the last 20 years or so, where we've done a number of recordings with the English label Hyperion. I was interested to hear your thoughts about whether you think it's important that the TSO does this work with an international label such as Hyperion.
You know, it was a bit of a surprise when we put out those first records, but what was amazing was the quality of the orchestra from the word go. There was no question. I mean, with our reviews for those very first few records, said wonderful things about the orchestra and made people think, you know, at the other end of the world. And it always still to this day surprises me that I come from Europe, all these great orchestras in Europe, famous old orchestras and things. I come down to Tasmania. I could not be further from home. And I feel very relaxed. But that first few moments in front of the orchestra, I'm reminded every time how professional and how wonderful they are in the first few minutes. And I think, oh, Howard, don't relax too much because, you know, this is an orchestra you've got to be on your toes with because it works fast and it works to extremely high standard. But then on top of that, you get lovely people and the feeling that, you know, as generally around Australia, that work isn't necessarily the most important thing in life. Yeah, let's do it well when we're doing it, but let's also relax. And that is different from Europe, where the pressure is high. And that I've always appreciated so much. And to walk on Kingston Beach or something before I come into record for a long day is a wonderful way of balancing relaxation and hard work. So, and as far as the continue, I mean, we've made at least 22 records now over those years, and the orchestra is just now extremely well known internationally. It's played on radio stations from all over the world. Of course, one must say that it wouldn't have lasted unless the orchestra was top rate, and it is. It's a fabulous orchestra. It's not just that it plays the notes well. A lot of orchestras can do that, of course, but it's the heart that it brings to the music, and the elasticity, the willingness to breathe with me all the time, which always amazes me, and which is why I think we all enjoy working together so much.
Let's turn to the recording we're going to see the clip of, which is way back in 2007, which is actually quite unique in that it's the only time that I recall that I remember that we were up at Government House doing a recording. And of course, it's a lovely venue. It's a lovely venue to record in.
And I remember Government House from years before when we did it. We did an award-winning documentary actually on Ravel.
Yeah, you did the Mother Goose project, didn't you? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it's a lovely place. As you say, it's a fantastic place, and it went very well there. But the video is taken from the very last day when we had finished all the recording. We were sort of exhausted, but the management, you guys, asked us to don tail suits and to play for video, and we did several takes of that, I think. And you can see from all our faces that we were enjoying the fact that we had got to the end of these sessions and was just playing the music for fun at that stage.
So Howard, thank you so much for giving us this amount of time so late at night. This is now midnight for you. We really appreciate it. It's wonderful to keep in touch with you during these unusual times. So thank you so much, and we'll obviously look forward to seeing you back in Tasmania soon.